Aaron Rodgers' 2023 season famously lasted 4 plays as the 4-time MVP tore his Achilles against the Bills opening week. Now, it depends on who you ask, good or bad vibes, but the Jets will be on Monday Night Football once again to start the season. New York will travel to the South Bay, take on the Niners in Santa Clara. It'll be a homecoming for Rodgers. Jets are on a 13-year playoff drought. It's the longest across all 4 major sports in North America. You see the schedule there. Will it end in 2024? And it's a bigger picture of highlighting the AFC East, which has been dominated by the Bills recently. Buffalo's won 4 straight division titles and are slight favorites over the Dolphins to do it again. And to break it all down, Tommy Tran, Amanda Guerra, we've got Douzable and Katie Mox with us here. So before we get to the key storylines, schedule games, and win totals, Mr. Jet, Douzable, we got to get a vibe check right now on the return of Aaron Rodgers. How's Jets Nation feeling right now?
Probably a little nerve-wracking, just a little bit, just because there's some PTSD, because you stated it, Tommy, 4 plays into Monday Night Football last year versus the Buffalo Bills. Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles. The season ended for the Jets. Now this year, the schedule makers thought they were funny to put the Jets on Monday Night Football again.
Yeah.
The only thing is, Mox, this is my homie, she's a big 49ers fan. Mm-hmm. Rodgers has had a lot of success against the 49ers during the regular season. He struggled in the playoffs.
It's a preemptive strike, just because
and Mox, betting guru.
That's personal.
She likes to follow trends.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what Aaron Rodgers' record is the last 10 Monday Night Football games?
I just know the last one that he didn't play in after the first snap.
Well, he actually got the win for that.
Yes.
He's 10-0. He's won 10 straight on Monday Night Football.
10-0. Look.
So I'm just saying.
I'm
just saying. Vibes are nerve-wracking, but they're good.
Lest you forget, you also played for the 49ers, my friend.
I did. I finished my career there. I got love for Bang again.
He's got a little bit of that. But yes, I mean, I think the only thing that counts is in the postseason. Rodgers cannot play, and I don't know what his record is at Levi's, but the past 2 postseasons that he's been there haven't been so great for him.
Yeah, he's struggling in the postseason for sure.
Yeah.
Jets in the postseason have not been since 2010. They finished with a 7-10 record. I genuinely don't know which one of you to start with. This is the team where they disagree the most on the win totals.
Yeah.
Ligier, do you want to go?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start with you, Ligier.
Positive into what, Mox? Hold on.
Positive into caution.
Yeah, so I have the Jets going 12-5 this year, and when you look at the Jets' schedule, a lot of primetime games. Matter of fact, I've never seen anything like this.
6 of them.
They have 6, but if you add the standalone London game, they essentially have 7 primetime games in the first 11 weeks of the season. Now, the schedule makers didn't do them any favors, right? Because the first 3 games are in 11 days. They have 2 Thursday night football games. And Mox, we know the big issue for the Jets is, can they stay healthy?
Yeah.
First with Aaron Rodgers, then the offensive line, where their 2 offensive tackles are in their mid-30s. Tyron Smith has been synonymous with the last 4 years, not completing a full season. And Morgan Moses has been an Iron Man. Even with a messed up pec last year, he still finished every game of the season. But you worry about that age, right? They've gotten better playmakers. Malachi Corley to pair with Garrett Wilson. And Breece Hall really came on strong, I believe, was 4th in the NFL in all-purpose yards last year. I think he takes another step a year removed from the ACL. But that's the thing I'm looking at. When I look at this schedule, right, those first 3 games, can they come out of that gauntlet? Because that's a lot of games in just 11 days. Then they have to travel all the way to London. They refuse to take the bye there. They're going to take the bye later, and then they have another Thursday night football game. But it all comes down to Aaron Rodgers, Mox.
Yeah.
If Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy, he doesn't even need to be the Aaron Rodgers that won back-to-back MVPs, because the Jets won 7 games last year with inadequate quarterback play. If they just get a 70% Aaron Rodgers, I think they go 12-5 because they have a championship-type defense.
Yeah, all right, Leisure, I will say, I had the Jets last year winning 11 games.
Okay.
So maybe I was too cautiously optimistic last time, so I'm reining it back here and just going more on the cautious side. And look, yes, it all hinges on Aaron Rodgers and what his health is. This is an older quarterback. Yes, he's a multiple MVP winner. But they got a lot of pressure on them, Lige, right? Every game on national TV this season, and like you said, brutal test. in the first chunk of the season here, 6 primetime games within the first 11 weeks. They got to travel to London to see the Vikings. So this already, Leash, as you know, creates 4 short weeks for Gang Green. Now, if they can get through that gauntlet, which is you have them going www, then yes, I do think this is a good testament to how they will be as contenders this year. One thing that is working in their favor, they have no teams coming off of a bye, so that will help with them. I'm just not completely sold on them. And you already know I got the Patriots beating them.
Which was
we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Hold on, Noah, put the schedule back up there, please. Noah, please put the schedule back up there for me, because I just want to look at this schedule real quick. Because if you look at it, Mox, I know you said you had the Patriots beating the Jets in week 3, which I don't see that happening. But if you look at it, besides your 49ers, they're playing a second-year quarterback in Will Levis in the second week. Then they play the Patriots, maybe a rookie quarterback, Drake May, maybe a rookie quarterback week 4. Then they go to London, week 5. Could be a rookie quarterback as well, so they literally can go on a run right there. And if you know anything about the Bills and the Jets, when Josh Allen travels to MetLife, he's 0-2 the last 2 times. He's just struggled at MetLife, so they have him on Monday Night Football, which they won on the opening week last year without Aaron Rodgers because he was hurt after 4 plays. So I think they can go on a run early in the season.
We'll see.
All I remember from this time last year, the Jets that left calm the first 8 or 9 games, nobody thought they would win, even with the healthy Aaron Rodgers. They actually weathered that pretty well before falling in.
Credit to Robert Saleh, by the way. They are well coached. He gets a lot of flack, but I think he's a wonderful coach.
So let's get to Buffalo, which is interesting because their win total is at 10.5, and you guys are both pretty bullish on Buffalo, although there is one discerning tie in terms of the hook here, Katie. I'm going to give it to you because that hook matters in that 10.5 win total. 11 wins for the Bills for you.
Give me the over on this one. This is my 12-5 team. You got the Jets, I got the Bills. Now, I will let everybody know, I'm pretty high on the Bills every single year, and they break my heart every single year. But the Bills have won, Tommy, 11-plus games in 4 straight seasons. They've also had at least 10 wins with Josh Allen as their starting quarterback. One thing working in the Bills' favor this year is they don't play any international game. They get that off, and they don't play in any holidays. They get Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Halloween off, so that's a little help for the team morale there. Look, their first primetime game versus the Jags, as you can see there, that's going to be a tough one, and then they go on a bit of a gauntlet, a 3-game gauntlet, right? The Ravens, the Texans, and the Jets. Now, I do have them going 2-1 within that stretch, and then I got a bunch of wins coming on for them, but I do think that their most difficult sequence is going to be between week 11 and 9, where they've got the Chiefs, and then they've got a bye, then they got the Niners, the Rams, and the Lions. Now, I know I am a 49ers homer here, but I give the Bills the edge here against my 49ers. 1, they will be coming off of a bye, and 2, the 49ers are going to have to travel through 2 time zones there. They got Green Bay the week before they have Buffalo, so I'm really, really bullish on Buffalo this year.
I'm going under. I got them going right under at 10-7, and I'm glad you brought up that 49ers game coming off the bye, because if you look at what Sean McDermott and the Bills have done off the bye, he's 6-0 coming off the bye. And you talked about it, Mox, the travel that the 49ers will have to do before they play the Buffalo Bills. I'm like you. That week 4 through 6 is a gauntlet. 3 straight road games on primetime. Thursday night football, Monday night football, Sunday night football. They have the Dolphins, Jaguars, and Ravens. And then you look at later on in the season, weeks 13 through 15, we talked about the 49ers. We do both think the Bills will win that game. But going at the Rams and at the Lions, that is going to be a tough gauntlet. And the thing for me is, what Josh Allen will we see, right? Last year we saw Joe Brady when Josh Allen was pressing a little bit. He kind of went to the run game a little bit more with James Cook. Now with no Gabe Davis, now with no Stephon Diggs, a couple pass catchers that are new. Curtis Samuel, you bring in Keon Coleman. I think Khalil Shakur really came on late last year. I think he'll be a pivotal piece. But what Josh Allen are we seeing? Everybody wants to put him in that stratosphere with Patrick Mahomes. Well, this is his opportunity now, because it literally is going to be on him. He doesn't have Gabe Davis. He doesn't have Stephon Diggs. Our own Pete Prisco thinks he'll still be in the MVP category. We're going to see this year, because this is, from a talent standpoint, probably the most talent-deficient team he's had since he's been there.
Did you see him in their schedule release?
I did.
That was good. If anything, he'd be a great actor. That was phenomenal.
I don't know what it is, but I can't quit Josh Allen, right?
Can't?
No,
you even can't. With the turnovers?
The train looks so sad on the side, and you're like, it's all right, buddy, you got it. Get in there and run one in. And guess what? He normally does.
Look, he's so likable. Let's go to the Dolphins here. They were in lockstep as far as record-wise with the Bills last year. They both finished 11-6. They have OBJ now. I think all of us agree that's not necessarily going to equate to any more wins. But Lige, what do you think about this Dolphins team? And also with the quarterback situation with Tua. Look, he hasn't gotten that contract yet. Does that affect this team at all?
I think the deal will get done. We kind of talked about this yesterday, Amanda. We were asking whether Tua or Trevor Lawrence will get their deal done first. I think Tua will, but just because he's a year older and that's where the market is. And Tua's problem is playing against playoff teams. Like in the regular season, he's one of the most efficient quarterbacks in all of football, right? This guy usually has a top 5 offense as far as explosiveness, but you see it right there versus playoff teams last year, 1-6. Can he get over the hump against the better teams in the NFL? And when you look at this schedule, I think the Dolphins might mess around and go 7-0 to start the season. When you look at this schedule, like they have the Jaguars at home, the Bills at home, then they travel to the Seahawks, Titans at home, Patriots, they get a bye, then they go to the Colts and they play the Cardinals. Like they can make a run right there and separate themselves from potentially the Jets or the Bills earlier in the season. But Mox, that week 14 through 18, my goodness, the Jets at the Texans, your 49ers, Sunday Night Football versus the Browns. It's not going to get easier. And then they finish at MetLife. And we know the Dolphins usually struggle in cold weather games. So it's going to be cold at MetLife late in the year. But it all comes down to Tua Tagovailoa. One, the biggest question for him last year was, can he stay healthy? He proved he could do that, Mox. Yeah. Now, can he take that next step and beat the top teams in the NFL?
Yeah, well, look, first, this is the first time you and I are in lockstep. 10-7 on this thing. Here we are. So we like each other. We like each other. Look, I think that what we've seen from the Dolphins in the last 2 seasons has been very consistent. They are great in the first half of the season. Second half of the season, not so much. Now, as you pointed out, schedule doesn't work in their favor. Now, whether it's because of injuries or because defenses just start to figure out that explosive offense towards the back of the season, we see that happen again. You and I both have them with a bunch of W's in the first 5 weeks. Now, some things that are working against, I would say, Miami is from a weather standpoint. Yes, it's great that they have 5 primetime games, but what is the best home field advantage for Miami? It's their opponents are baking in the heat back there.
It is disgusting down here, right?
So 5 primetime games at the front of the season doesn't exactly work in their favor. One other thing that's not great for them, week 6 bye isn't exactly ideal because, as you pointed out, they have 12 consecutive games to close out the season and some really tough teams because you've got the 49ers, the Texans, the Browns, and then you've got the Jets twice in a 2-week span, which, you probably have them sweeping, but those games can be a little bit unpredictable, right? Yeah, those games can be a little bit unpredictable. And then, of course, there's the biggest question mark with Tua. Can he play in cold weather? And you look at this last half of the season, you got the Packers in Green Bay on Thanksgiving. Then you got to go to Cleveland and MetLife. So, again, front part of the season, really great. We tail off in the end. I do think 10-7, and they get themselves into the playoffs.
Correct.
It was interesting. Both the Dolphins and the Bills had to do some cap gymnastics there, and yet you guys both think they're going to win at least 10 games, which means at some point in the AFC, you could win 10 games and not make the postseason.
Yeah.
Which we've seen before.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys, though, both agree that the Patriots are not going to get to 10 wins. Maybe not even 10 wins combined.
Is this going to be the worst record in the NFL?
I believe it will be.
Well, based on Leger, I think so, right?
I believe it will be.
My guy hasn't gone 2-15.
I was searching for wins for the Patriots, and the thing is, the biggest question with Drake May taking him number 3 overall, I think he's a city here, but Mox, you know this, guys that go number 3 overall usually don't sit. Now, Trey Lance did in San Francisco. Different scenario. Now, I love Jacoby Brissett. I think he will start the season, but I think it'd be hard-pressed for the New England Patriots not to put Drake May in. Say they start off like 1-5 or 0-6. I would think by week 7, potentially, he's in the starting lineup. And this is a rebuild for this team with Gerard Mayo. I really love what they did in the draft. They got some of my favorite players. Jalen Polk, I think, will change the culture on that offense. I love Javon Baker in the 4th round. Caden Wallace, that's a guy that you guys need to circle. Caden Wallace has potential to start at left tackle as a rookie this year. I think he can be that good. They took him in the 3rd round. But to me, it's going to come down to when will Drake May actually see the field. And, again, I tried to search for more wins for them. I just didn't see it. Like, it's a tough schedule for them.
You found one.
I did find one. And look, it is a tough schedule, right? And when you look at this win total, 4.5, it is the lowest projected win total for the Patriots since 1991. They are listed as underdogs in every single game. And yes, Leger called me out on this earlier today, right? But when we look at their games, I'm like, they can't lose every single game starting the season. So yes, I give them a win at the Jets. That's a contention point between Leger and I. But they do have the 8th toughest schedule in the league. They play 5 teams that made the playoffs last year. And one thing working against the Pats here is they will travel the 4th most amount of miles than any other team in the league this year, of over 25,000. We did see that kind of affect the 49ers last year. It's so hard not to win 5 games in an 18-week season, though. So I got to give them 5, 5-12. They beat the Jets at least once. We'll talk about this when the time comes.
More
when the time comes.
to discuss, but we will cap it off with the AFC East odds over at FanDuel. Again, we're talking about teams that could win 10 games or more, specifically Buffalo and Miami right now, plus 160 versus plus 185. I mentioned how close it was. The Jets actually aren't that far behind, but the Patriots coming in if you want to take a stab at a long shot at 24-1.